The intellectual odyssey rages on. To all my aspiring students preparing for exams like NEET, G-Mains, G-Advanced, BITSAT, and CBSE boards. I understand the challenges and pressure you face as you strive to excel in your academic pursuits. As your chemistry teacher, I am here to guide you and equip you with the necessary tools to succeed. But first, like, share and subscribe to my channel from many phones. I am thankful to YouTube for activating super thanks on my channel, which can be seen below all the videos. In this video, we will explore the importance of doing simple calculations orally. A skill that will not only strengthen your conceptual clarity but also enhance your efficiency in problem solving. Chemistry, often seen as a challenging subject, demands a strong foundation in numerical calculations, particularly physical chemistry. While the prospect of calculations may seem daunting to some students, embracing the practice of doing simple calculations orally can greatly enhance their understanding of chemistry. This video aims to highlight the importance of oral calculations, explain why you should not fear them, and provide examples that demonstrate how basic calculations can be efficiently handled, particularly in percentage problems within the realm of chemistry. Part 1: Building Conceptual Clarity. The primary benefit of performing calculations orally is its profound impact on conceptual clarity. By mentally manipulating numbers and quantities, students develop a deeper understanding of the underlying principles and relationships within chemical concepts. For instance, consider the calculation of molar masses. Instead of mechanically plugging values into formulas, students can mentally break down complex molecules into their constituent elements, assign their respective atomic masses, and calculate the overall molar mass orally. If you recall from my class, remembering 96 for sulfate, and 60 for carbonate, helps. So does remembering 100 for calcium carbonate, and 44 for carbon dioxide, 98 for sulfuric acid. This process encourages students to visualize chemical structures and comprehend the significance of each element's contribution, reinforcing their conceptual understanding. Moreover, oral calculations enable students to grasp the fundamental connections between different concepts. Take the concept of limiting reagents, for example. By mentally comparing the molar ratios of reactants and products, students can determine which reactant will be entirely consumed first, and identify the limiting reagent without relying solely on mathematical calculations. This intuitive understanding enables students to make predictions about the outcome of chemical reactions and comprehend the principles underlying stoichiometry. Part 2: Overcoming the fear of calculations. Fear of calculations often stems from a lack of confidence and practice. By encouraging oral calculations, I want to help alleviate this fear among you. Oral calculations offer a more intuitive approach to problem solving, allowing students to focus on the underlying principles rather than becoming overwhelmed by intricate numerical manipulations. Gradually, students realize that calculations need not be viewed as insurmountable obstacles but rather as tools to enhance their comprehension of chemistry. To overcome this fear, we can practice mental calculations through various exercises and activities. For instance, take chemical equations and determine the molar ratios between reactants and products without resorting to pen and paper. By regularly engaging in such exercises, students will develop confidence in their ability to perform calculations mentally and will view them as an integral part of understanding chemistry rather than a source of anxiety. And this is what we do in our class daily, after solving a question conventionally. So many times, I ask my students to go to a grocery store, buy random things, and make calculations orally about how much to pay. And believe me, this really helps. Part 3: Efficiency in percentage problems. Percentage problems frequently arise in various branches of chemistry, such as stoichiometry, solution concentrations, and reaction yields. By harnessing the power of mental calculations, students can simplify and expedite their problem-solving processes. For example, when determining the percent composition of a compound, students can break down the problem into smaller steps. Mentally calculating the molar masses of the elements, determining their respective contributions to the compound's mass, and expressing the percentage composition orally. This approach not only saves time but also enhances students' ability to identify trends and patterns within chemical compositions. For example, we had a question where an element carbon forms 47% of a compound, and there are 14 atoms of carbon in it. How to calculate molar mass? Now 47% is very close to 50% or just the half. So 12 by 14 equals 168, and doubling it and stretching it a bit higher takes us very close to the nearest option in the queue. The answer is between 357 and 358. How was that? Another area where oral calculations prove beneficial is in solution preparation. For instance, suppose a student needs to prepare 500 milliliters of a 0.1 m sodium hydroxide NaO solution. By mentally manipulating the given volume and concentration, you can deduce that 0.05 moles of NaO are required. Knowing that the molar mass of NaO is approximately 40 grams per mole, you can further calculate that the required mass of NaO is 2 grams. This mental calculation eliminates the need for excessive written calculations and simplifies the process. Part 4, Illustrative Examples. There is a 0.8 mHCl solution, and it's 200 milliliters. Water is added to it to make it 0.2 m. How much water is added? No formula needed. The molarity, that is concentration, is declining by 1/4. The volume should increase by 4 times, so 800 milliliters, but mind it, at only 600 milliliters as 200 milliliters was initially present. How was it? Furthermore, let's explore the concept of reaction yields. Students often encounter questions that require calculating the percentage yield of a chemical reaction. Instead of relying solely on written calculations, you can mentally assess the theoretical yield and actual yield to determine the percentage yield. By mentally comparing the two values and expressing the result orally, you gain a better understanding of the factors that influence the efficiency of chemical reactions. Part 5, Strengthening Conceptual Application. By emphasizing oral calculations, you can develop a more comprehensive understanding of the applications of chemistry in real-life scenarios. For instance, consider the calculation of reaction rates. By mentally manipulating the concentrations and rate equations, you can determine the order of a reaction and predict the effect of changing reactant concentrations on the reaction rate. So many of such questions we have done in our class orally. This oral calculation approach fosters a deeper understanding of the fundamental principles governing reaction kinetics. Embracing oral calculations in chemistry is not only a practical skill but also a powerful tool for enhancing your conceptual clarity and problem-solving abilities. The illustrative examples provided in this video demonstrate that oral calculations offer a streamlined approach to solving problems in chemistry, allowing students to focus on fundamental concepts and their applications. I encourage you to do our mole concept assignment all over again, and I believe you would be able to do more than 50% of the questions orally only. And, even if not able to reach out to that much, still it's a very innovative and effective start, and the time is near when you would do it on your own, and inform me happily about it. Let me know your experience. Keep watching my channel. I will see you very soon in classroom. I will leave you with a question here. What is the percentage of carbon by mass in glucose, molar mass 180 grams? The intellectual odyssey rages on. You can find more interesting chemistry videos on my channel.